Hey beautiful people, this week's video is going to be about the top 8 things about being a foreigner in China. Well, it's my experiences. You might disagree, you might agree, but check it out. We should be close friends. The first thing I would say is opportunities. Guys, there's so many opportunities for foreigners here in China. Yes, you have your full-time job that your visa is for that specific job, but there are other things that you can do in your spare time, like photography. There are people who have advertisements about having models. You can model for like 5 hours and go home with like 1,000 RMB, and you can become a dancer. They always want a Spanish teacher for like 2 hours, or taking over a teacher that went home and you're just taking over. So many other opportunities, right? Like, you legit have the opportunity to earn more money than a Chinese person living in China. Like, so many other opportunities, not teaching related. Like, you can basically do anything and people will buy it, will pay for it. Anyway, number 2, got to learn a new language. Like, you get to learn a new language, which is Chinese, Mandarin, yeah, and that is growth. That is more for you. Kudos to you. Number 3 is you are more open-minded. The person that was back at home in whatever year and then comes to China, because now you're meeting other foreigners from different countries in the world, you are more open-minded. The curious questions you had about whatever country, you can ask that next person, and then, hey, you are more open-minded and you know better. Right. The next one is my favorite, getting attention. Guys, the amount of attention you get is unbelievable. Like, you would be walking down the street and then people will be touching your hair. I know that's rude, right? But they don't know the outside world. So when they see your hair with like braids on, and then they see your African body, stuff like that, they get like, really? So they get very curious, and some might take videos and pictures, which that's the part I don't like. But yeah, you get a lot of attention when you're a foreigner, because they're just curious. They want to know more. Like, is that real? Really? And then when you speak a bit of Chinese, they are fascinated, because they do know that you know Chinese, but when you do say something, any word, like a phrase, a sentence, they want to talk to you more, and it fascinates them a lot. Another thing, still on number 3, is when you use chopsticks. A simple thing as using chopsticks. You will go into a restaurant and then you start using your chopsticks, and everybody will be looking at you. Some might even clap and give you like a smile, whatever, because like, wow, she knows how to use our things. Like, wow. Anyway, and the next one is dating. My mother must not see this part anyway. Dating in China is stressful but very exciting, because you get to date the world, literally, because the world is right here. You get to experience different cultures through dating. Guys, like, I know what some of y'all are thinking. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm not saying go try, like, date everybody, but I'm just saying, now that you got to know your flavor, your type. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Number 6, you are educating the Chinese people, other people from other countries here, and rebranding your home country. Like, you get to correct the negatives and false stereotypes they have about your country. For example, what happened to me was, I was at the vegetable store, vegetable market, and then I was buying vegetables, right? So this man was like, I was with my Chinese assistant, and he asked her, so where is she from? And I'm like, I'm from South Africa. And he was like, what? South Africa? So you know that in South Africa there's so many wars happening, and that's why you came to China, because China is so safe. And I just looked at this man like, are you crazy? Are you? I went crazy on the streets, yo. I was like, we don't even have walls. Like, I went my D on this man, but it's fine, it's okay. So I thought to myself, let me just educate the people, because it's not only him. Imagine the millions and billions of people around here in China who are very clueless about what's going on outside, especially in South Africa. I'm like, so yeah, we educate them as much as we can. The next one is very helpful. Chinese are very helpful. When I go to the supermarket and I want to know something, because everything is written in Chinese, right? And I just translate on my phone. They all want to help me. Like, the people who work at the supermarket, they just want to help me. They are in like, yes, what do you want? They're all curious to know, what do foreigners eat? They're always checking your trolley out. Like, what do they eat? Really? Anyway, I like that. They're very helpful and very friendly. Last but not least, number 8. You are forgiven very easily as a foreigner in China. I remember this one time, right? I was going to work in the morning, so I used the bus. So I didn't have my card. So when you have to swipe your card in the to scan it through the card scan thingy, and I didn't have it, and everyone is staring at me because I was the last one in line. So I just looked at the bus driver with my puppy eyes. I'm like, Mayo, meaning like I don't have it, like it's not there. And then he just said, okay, kola, come. I was like, yay, I got away with it. So I got a free bus ride. I didn't pay for it, and I got away with it. And there's so many other stories. But yeah, you get away with almost anything, and I like it. There's so many other stories that I could tell you for days. When you say something in Chinese, for example, and then you pronounce the word wrong, they won't say, look at you weird. They actually like smile at you and say, she tried. So yeah, and that's the end of my top 8 best things of being a foreigner in China.
Open up, you OPN now. Bitch, you won't be BM. We should be closer friends. If you OPN now, engaging who's on my agenda. Request my chariot, get ya.